Boom, boom. This is Kenner, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today. So, as promised, we have an event for Ren finally. So, this is the second event for her. So, you want to go ahead and go into the sale shop here, and you want to purchase the 20 for her. This will put you close. This will put you, we'll need another 20 to finally get her, I believe. But this will get you close. But there's a bunch of other stuff in here to take a look at as well. Got some shards for Tang Heo or Bo Saxi. If you got those, you can use those for the divine skill. So that's something to look at. And then, of course, a bunch of SS shards for divine skills. And then, of course, quite a bit of EXP for your SS and SS Plus characters. So definitely want to consider that. I purchased all of this. As you can see, my diamonds are getting pretty low. And I'm going to purchase some of these as well. I just have to see, take it a little bit slow. We've got a couple of more days before we have to actually make a decision on how many I want to purchase. But they've got, multiple events going on here. So timing them all around very close to each other. So I haven't had a chance to build up. So when it comes right down to it, we need 20 more shards for Ren. And then we'll be able to summon her. You definitely want to get her because she's an SS plus, but more importantly, she's a tank. As you know, the only SS character that we have in tank format is Tien. It's an excellent tank, by the way, but he's SS, not SS plus. So Ren's going to have base stats that are a little bit higher, and she has an excellent closing skill, so she'll be able to get in position in melee range extremely quick. And she's got a shield as well too, so she's going to be an excellent tank. She's got all of the quote makings that should make her the best tank in the game. I used the S version of Ren as my tank up until I got Tien, just to take that into advisement. S Ren was the second best tank when the game came out. The first was, of course, SS Tien, of course, but because he was SS. But Ren was not far behind. She had excellent. She healed herself. And she was an excellent tank. She was the best tank, the best S tank in the game, far better than her father right here. So, yeah. So this is going to be SS plus version. So definitely want to get her. We definitely needed another SS tank in the game, simply because of the fact that you have to have two teams later in the game to progress through some of the events and to placements and stuff. We didn't have one for the second team. We had two healers. We have Ayen and we have Oscar SS. We have numerous attackers. So the one, glaring deficiency was the fact that we did not have another tank. And now we do have that tank. So we want to get her. So expect, so this is going to be up for 3 days. Expect sometime probably end of next week. They'll come out with another event. It might be a God of Angels event. It might not be. It probably won't be. What they'll do is they'll have another event. And inside of that event, there'll be a Soul Master sale. And you'll be able to get the final shards to make her. At least that's the way things have been going previously in the previous events. And that's how it went for Bo. So we'll have to see. So it probably won't be a God of Angels event. But we'll do a video whenever it pops. So that you can go over that. All right, in terms of that, everything's pretty much closed off. Definitely want to look at this weekly gift bag. As I said in my video yesterday, this is an excellent purchase. Definitely want to go for that. Time limited group buy. I know there's a lot going on, but you want to try to get what you can. But it's going to be a serious drain on your diamonds. But we kept them in stock specifically for stuff like this, so we'll use it on that. Godly form of Sura. This is, of course, over. So I hope everybody did everything that they were supposed to do in terms of getting buying the shards and getting the actual 100 normal mode to get the remaining shards. I did take care of that, so I'm well on the way to getting it whenever it comes out with its next event. We'll have to see at that point. Not sure how this is going to be spaced out. Now this is an SS Plus Divine Tool. Now they came out with an SS Plus, another SS Plus Divine Weapon, the first Divine Weapon that was SS Plus, but they've been they really haven't given it to us. They've been given us small increments at a time, so we're having to build up to it. And that's the Eye of Terror. So if they do this the same, it could be a month or two before we actually get that. So we'll have to see. But keep an eye on that. So of course, and then of course the God of Angels. Want to look at some of the stuff in here. There's some other little miniature items if you want to purchase that inside of the sale shop there. Easter is still the Easter event is still going on, so it's going to be another 5 days. So you want to continue to gather the actual badges because you can use the badges here in this resource exchange. So a lot of good stuff in here. So a lot of good materials for just about everything that you need, and you want to try to get all of these materials and whatnot. So just try to get as many badges as you can over the next 6 days. So plenty of time. And then you'll get the message on your bag when thing's expiring. So just keep in mind that it'll be over here in about 5 days. So you want to make sure that you get as many as you can and make sure you use a purchase, because if you don't use them, you lose them. All right. So that's all I got. I just wanted to do a quick video, let everybody know that the God of Angels event, as forecasted, has arrived. So make sure you get the remaining the 20 shards for her, and then hopefully the next sale that they have here sometime next week or the week after, we'll be able to get the remaining, and then we'll start building her up. I'm saving a bunch of shards for her. I've got, as you can see, got about 3,000, a little over 3,000 waiting to use on her to get her up as quick as possible so we can enter her in. She will, of course, move in to replace Tien as the primary tank once she's maxed out. And then Tien will move to the second team. But you definitely want to have a tank for each team. Better survivability. So I'm saving these 3,000 shards specifically for her. Should be able to get her close to where we want to in terms of utilizing her for the divine skills and whatnot. That's going to be, of course, they seem to be introducing the actual shards for these SS Plus characters. I'm glad that they got the chests. They seem to be coming out pretty good with the chests. Right here, so I'm debating which to put these on. I'll probably end up putting them towards Clear Sky. But, I wanted to start building up bows as well, too, because the divine skill is a big jump in power. As you know, my yesterday's video was about like 469 or something. I'm at 472. That mostly has to do with the soulbone upgrades and whatnot. I just did a little bit of a minor upgrade session last night, just to go ahead and gather up some of that. I had a bunch of resources and stuff for extended soul bones to utilize, so I went ahead and utilized those. I'll be getting some inside of the resource exchange, but I had a bunch in so I just went ahead and used all them. Got the soul bones up pretty good, the extended ones, and as you can see, as I said, soul bones are a good source of BP. If you're ever looking to increase your BP, upgrading your soul bones is a good place to start. Also start up bow. I went ahead and took one more star on bow. I want to get her up to 3 for right now, but as you can see, she's already beginning to get up in there where I can start utilizing her, but not yet. She's not ready yet. I could throw all of those mats that I have, those chests. I could open them all up and put them on her and get her very close to being maxed out. But then I'm not going to have anything for Ren, so I'm saving them for Ren, because Ren's the most important part right now. I've got attackers. Granted, she's an excellent attacker, and she's going to do a little bit more damage than my other attackers, but it's only a little bit of damage, and what we really need is attack. So that's why I'm going to be focusing all those things on Ren. I didn't want to spend too much onto her. I just want to get her up to where she's stable. And she's excellent. She's the max damage dealer. Well, second actually max damage on the tank sands a little bit more. But in terms of straight up damage and crowd control, she does that. So these two are doing my major attackers for the second team. with Oscar as the healer, but I need I need to get a tank for that to make it a little bit much more stronger. And that's where Tien will come in after we get Ren up there to where she's competitive, so we can utilize her and move her in. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on. So remember, this is up for 3 days, so make sure that you do get those shards, so that when the next event comes along, you'll be able to get her, bring her in. Because having an SS plus tank is something that will help your team immensely. You should have a tank for your team. I know I said this on a lot of videos, but even if you want to get a tank, you got to have a tank because your survivability will increase immensely once you get a tank. And the longer you survive, the more damage you can do is what it basically amounts to. And tanks are tanks, you know. He goes pretty good. He doesn't quite survive a full session with the Treant. However, Clear Sky SS Plus does, so it's not really that big of a deal. But he comes very close, and sometimes he will survive. Usually when the Treant does that Bramble attack, it usually takes down mostly everybody except for Clear Sky and Tien. And then Tien usually ends up going shortly afterwards. But Clear Sky survives it fine. And Ren will survive it fine because she has a shield, so you can activate the shield at the right time. That's going to help the survival of the team. And I believe that shield does focus on the entire team. So it's definitely something that makes her much more valuable in terms of your survivability. So definitely somebody that you want to purchase. You definitely want to summon her as soon as you can. So make sure you get in there and get those shards. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you're subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. And of course, like and share the video as well, because that does help the channel immensely. Kidra coming at you from the corner, signing out.